Hello everybody, this is Miqua. Today we're reviewing the Python Patrol Cobra Bat. Now I'm going to throw a little mini rant here. So, the figure itself and the overall quality control, fucking fantastic. What's not fantastic is, okay, here's the regular Cobra Bat, right? The only accessories that this version comes with is the backpack shit, and then his pistol. He's missing both the battle damage head and the battle damage chest piece. I'm assuming they did not include them because they didn't want to fucking have to paint this chest piece up like that. That's my only speculation, and I think they also didn't want to paint this as well. So they just got really fucking lazy and, well, two less accessories because the the Crimson Bat or whatever it is, the red bat that's coming out, has those pieces. So it's like, what the fuck? We got skimped on the Target exclusive, and I think he's more expensive than the regular bat, as is. And it's fucking stupid. But yeah. So yeah, we'll take this off. The little backpack here I'll take off the regular Cobra bats. So if you look here, you do get some differences. Like the little heat gun actually just has some gray paint on here because the thing's molded in black. Other than that, oh yeah, and then you got this paint right there. That's not on the original. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. Not really anything too crazy. For differences on the paint apps, you got this part's painted black. You got a little bit of splotching there. But then inside's painted gray, whereas here it's just all fucking silver, but then this part's painted silver, whereas it's just black there. They have the Cobra symbol on the opposite side of their arms, which that is kind of neat. There's no painted trim like he does, the silver trim around the collar and then the chest piece. It's just all black on here. That's painted black, whereas this is painted silver. Same thing there. If you flip the figure over, it's kind of same dealios. They moved to the boots, like the front part of the boots here is painted black, whereas this whole thing is painted silver. They went to the painstaking not painting the whole thing on the boots and just leaving that middle section yellow. So there's less paint on there because of that, but you could argue that it's more of a stylistic thing. But the bottom of the boots are painted though, which I actually really do appreciate that. I just like when they do that. Yeah. I do like the color, the visor. It really pops, especially on this one, because the fucking yellow and everything. They still feel both the same, texture-wise, because it's the same mold, obviously. I think I forgot to mention with him, the texture work on these classified figures are just fucking chef's kiss. Oh yeah, one thing to note, the only difference between the guns is the hold on, let me see if I could, yeah, there you go. The only difference is that that back of the handle of the gun is painted, or the grip, I should say, or whatever, is painted yellow versus it not being painted there. So that's additional paint apps. Oh yeah, I forgot also, I think those grenades are painted actually. No, those are molded black. But there's less paint actually because there's these little like metal latches on here. They're not painted on the new version. The Python Patrol, but the chest is painted, is missing some paint apps, but then gained some. So yeah, the articulation's the same, so I'm not really gonna go over that. Prefer the silver arms over the black because it kind of loses some of the detail in the arms. But that said, though, oh yeah, and I forgot the chest. This is where I got kind of irritated because they painted this thing even less on the inside than the original. It's kind of disappointing. Actually, quite a bit disappointing. But yeah. Oh, and then on the heads, there's this little part that's painted silver here. On the new Python Patrol, it is not painted at all. So yeah, you got that. And then also that's painted yellow, whereas painted silver there. And then face red, silver. But yeah. Oh yeah, and they molded this in the same maroon color instead of molding it in the black. My only assumption is that this piece is gang molded with the black pieces, and that's why they painted this that color instead of just molding it that way. That's my guess. I don't know if that's the case, but yeah, that is what happened there. But yeah, which would explain why most of the accessory pieces are black, because on him the accessory pieces, with the exception of the backpack, are the silver, which kind of backs up that statement there. Just a little bit, but yeah. Oh, and then yeah, mine's they forgot some plastic on the finger right there, so I actually can't put the gun on that side, so I have to do it on the other side, which is kind of dumb. That's the only QC issue I have with this Target exclusive, which is better than the Cobra Island Viper I had, where I could go like this and the legs would be shaking. That thing was loose as fuck, but it was like one of those things where I'm like, I don't want to go through the fucking trouble of having to deal with fucking Target with that, because that was during COVID, and getting exclusive Target during COVID was not fun. In fact, just getting Target exclusives is not fun. It's better than Walmart's system, but it's a fucking bitch. Thankfully, getting this Cobra Viper and Cobra Bat, my bad, and the Viper were pretty easy for me anyways. I ordered it the first day. Ordered 2 copies. I'm actually debating on selling the other 2, because at the time it was like, oh yeah, display it and stuff and all that cool shit, whereas now I don't have the room for that, so it's like, oh no. But yeah. It's just kind of annoying that it didn't come with the accessories, some of the accessories that came with the original release, and that the next release of this mold's coming with those pieces, and it's just like, it's just dumb. And the Viper is a similar situation, but with the Viper, it's only one accessory it's missing, whereas with him, it's a whole head and a chest piece, so it's kind of, it's same deal, but with the Viper, it was like a very, very, very minuscule piece that was missing. And it was like, okay, it's whatever. I guess it kind of makes sense since these are more jungle guys. Whereas with this, I'm like, it didn't make sense why they removed the fucking the battle damage accessories, other than to save a couple pennies or whatever. Well, if these aren't the molds though, then I think they'd be wasting money, because then I'm not packing the parts. I don't know how this works, but anyways, yeah. I still do like the colors. Why I bought it. So for me, it was worth it. But I wouldn't recommend picking it up unless you like the Viper already and you want another deco, because I know there's people who are just completionists with G.I. Joe's, was like, I gotta have every single repaint of this figure. That's really with any like action figure line. Like, I've been collecting most of the clones since I've done the new body molds, or even the old body molds for that matter. Don't have all of them, but I have a decent amount of them. And then I got more Spider-Man than I can count right now. I kind of started getting back into collecting the Marvel Legends Spider-Man stuff right around when I think the Retro Wave 2 was out. It was coming out. Hadn't came out yet, but that's when I kind of hopped back on. Wish I hopped on during that first Retro Wave, because Goblin, Spider-Man, and that Gwen and Peter are kind of expensive now, especially the Spider-Man. Figured he would have gone down in price with Renew Your Veils being out, but no, he hasn't. And we're getting a bunch of like just classic looking Spideys. Like, we got that Walmart one, which I pre-ordered, being the cell shaded 90 Spider-Man, which looking forward to that. I may actually just do a head swap onto this guy. But because it's on the Amazing Fantasy body. But yeah, anyways, I'm getting too much on a tangent there. Like, that would have helped me when I had monetization, but I don't, because I'm no longer in the partner program, because, like, the stupid things with, I forget what it was. I think it was something on, like, watch time. I don't know how it's, like, calculated or whatever, but, like, under that threshold by, like, I think, like, either 3 or 2,000, can't remember the exact number I'm under, but it's just, like, a rough estimation. But, yeah. Anyways, if you like, I recommend the mold as a whole. Whichever one is the cheaper one you can get a hold of, I would recommend that one. Don't know how his prices are at the current moment. I think he's being scalped at the moment, the Python Patrol, so I'd recommend getting the regular, just at the current situation. But if you're able to get that at retail, and it just happens to be cheaper than him, then yeah, it's honestly, this mold's good, so you're really good whichever one you do get. Or you could just wait until the new Crimson one comes out, and then add that to your collection, which I will be doing a review on that whenever the hell that comes out. Just because it's, I don't know. I already got these two. Might as well get that one. And I do like the bat design. And, yeah. Anyways, Mikwa, signing out here. Peace. Have a good one.